I'm actually from Chicago. Y'all got the fuck out too, huh? Y'all got the fuck out too. Yeah, it's like 32 degrees right now. It's 32 degrees. I didn't even know how to pack down here. I was like, what the fuck? All I got is sweaters. I don't know what to do. I have a lot of friends that are having kids right now. I don't have any kids, because fuck them, alright? There's better ways to spend my money, like weed and alcohol, so that's what I do. But I have some friend, she just got pregnant, and her husband was like, yeah, I got her pregnant, just blah, I'm having a baby, I got her pregnant. Like, he did something so incredibly amazing. Like, guys, the odds are in your favor, okay? There's one egg, and when you ejaculate, there's like 1,000,000 sperms, okay? Like that's like throwing 1,000 darts at a dartboard and hitting a bullseye. I'm like, yeah, fucking, I'm amazing. And I'm tired of the phrase of, we're pregnant. Like, I hear a lot of guys now trying to be sensitive, like, me and my wife, we're pregnant. No, we're not pregnant. She's pregnant. That's who's pregnant, okay? Let me put it into terms you can understand, okay? She is like the starting quarterback of the football team, okay? You're like the fucking water boy. Like, all you have to do is make sure she has some ice chips and cheer her on. That's it. I had a guy friend, he called me up. He was like, oh, you know, I'm having girl problems. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's the problem? He's like, you women are so hard to read. You're so hard to understand. Women are so hard to read. They're so hard to understand. And at first I wanted to disagree with him. But he's right. Women are hard to read. We are hard to understand. We're like Shakespeare, you know? Like, you gotta understand meter and tone, and you read between lines and shit like that, and symbolism. Men don't want that shit. Men don't want Shakespeare. Men want Dr. Seuss, okay? They want 2 sentences per page, and colors and pictures and shit. You know, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. You got it, bitch. 2 fish, 1 red, 1 blue, turn the page. That's all we needed. I'm so tired of, like, where I live, there's been an abundance of Jehovah's Witnesses coming to the door. Like, and it doesn't matter if it's cold or hot, they wear the same damn uniform, like a trench coat and shit. Every time I think it's like Law and Order detectives, I'm like, Benson Stabler, is that you? What the fuck are you doing out there? And so I got real slick on them. I started asking them questions. I was like, all right, hold up, before you give me your pamphlet and Bible that you've never opened, okay? I got a couple of questions for you. And they're like, all right. I was like, now, according to Wikipedia, because it's always right, okay, it says that you guys believe in heaven. And they're like, yes, that is correct. And I was like, okay. And according to your faith, there's like 13 million Jehovah's Witnesses. And they're like, yes, that is correct. And I said, and I also saw that it said in your heaven there's only 144,000 spots, right? And they're like, yes, that's correct. And then I was like, then why the fuck are you still recruiting? And I slammed the door in their face. Because if my heaven only has 144,000 spots, I'm not trying to recruit people in. I'm trying to kick motherfuckers out, okay? I'm snitching like a motherfucker, like they celebrated their birthday. Is that the light? Alright. My little sister called me up. She's like, oh, can you give me some money? We're doing donations for a field trip. And I'm like, all right, where are you guys going? She's like, Spain. What the fuck? I never took a good field trip to Spain. Okay? I took one field trip in high school. You want to know what it was? It was for Earth Day. Do you know what the fuck we did? We picked up garbage on the side of the road. And I was just like, you know what? Like, it was like almost like they were setting us up for a future. Like, I was like, why don't you just put us in orange jumpsuits and put us on a chain gang and shit? Like, just... My name is Kimberly Marion. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been awesome. Give it up for your host, Leon.
Don't you know that's the sound of the man? Get back, working on the chain. Give it up for Kim.
All right, how's everybody doing? Good? Drunk? Awesome. This is going to work out great. So I had recently had a friend who called me up, a guy friend, and he's like, hey, Kim, you know, I'm going through a lot. I'm having women trouble. I'm like, all right, what's going on? He's like, you women are so hard to read. You're so hard to understand. And I was like, at first I wanted to disagree with them, but he's absolutely right. Women are hard to read and hard to understand. Women are like Shakespeare, okay? Like, you gotta understand tone and mood and symbolism and reading between the lines and shit like that. Foreign language you don't get. Men don't want that shit. Men don't want Shakespeare. Men want Dr. Seuss, okay? They want colors and 2 sentences per page, okay? 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. You get it, bitch? 2 fish, 1 red, 1 blue, turn the page. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I have another friend who is pregnant, and she's that obnoxious pregnant. You know that friend that has to post every single moment on Facebook as she's going through her pregnancy? She's like, oh, little peanut wanted 20 nuggets and a frappuccino today. I'm like, no, bitch, that's you. It's only this big. You wanted the frappuccino and 20 nuggets. Don't blame it on the baby. They don't even have taste yet. And then I'm so tired of like the new sensitive guy that's like, we're pregnant. You know, me and my wife, we're pregnant. And it's always like a married guy, because like single guys have baby mamas. They're like trying to deny the kid. Like, no, we're not pregnant. She's pregnant. But stop with the we're pregnant. You're not pregnant. She's pregnant. Okay? Like, I see it all the time. Like, they're like, we're pregnant. Here's the thing about that, guys, okay? And guys act as if they've done something amazing getting a woman pregnant. Like they just broke the mold with some shit like, blah, you see how I did that? Got her pregnant. See what I did there? I got her pregnant. Dude, there's like 1 million sperms that come out when you ejaculate. There's only 1 egg. One is bound to hit the target, okay? That's like throwing 1,000 darts at the dartboard and getting a bullseye, like... All the women are like, fuck yes, that's exactly how men think. Men, like, let me put it into a perspective for you, okay? Like, your wife, pregnant, is like the quarterback of the team, okay? She's like Drew Brees. Your ass is like the water boy, okay? You just cheer on and make sure she has ice chips and shit, okay? That's all you have to do. I got a call from my little sister the other day. She's doing a fundraiser. I'm so tired of motherfuckers asking me for money for fundraisers, okay? And she's like, I was like, well, where are you going? She's like, oh, we're going to Spain. I was like, what kind of trip is that? I never took a good trip like that in high school. Never went to Spain. I had 1 trip in high school. You know what it was? It was Earth Day. You know what we did? We picked up garbage along the side of the road. It's like, hey kids, here's your future. I'm like, why don't you just put us in like an orange jumpsuit and a chain gang and shit and just sing old Negro spirituals and shit. There is one fundraiser that gets me every time now. There's one. And it's Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, you can give it up for Girl Scout cookies. Look at that. Look at that. Look how happy you got, right? Those chicks have supply and demand down pat.
seriously, they're like Frank Lucas or like fucking Tony Montana of the fundraisers, okay? Like, what do Boy Scouts sell? Nobody want that bullshit popcorn. I can go to Walgreens and get popcorn. I have to go to the Girl Scouts to get those cookies. The Girl Scouts have become so gangster about it. One day I was outside and this girl's like, oh, we're selling Girl Scout cookies. I was like, oh, I don't have cash. She pulled out an iPhone. We take credit, bitch. Go ahead, swipe. Swipe right there. Go ahead, put your pen in. All right. So, did you say get some Samoas? That's my shit too. I'll smash that whole damn box of Samoas. With some ice cream, you know, perfect. Samoas a la mode. That's amazing. One of the things is my family's from the South. My family is actually from Mississippi. And one of the things about Mississippi is I was watching this documentary when Obama got elected. And she was down there interviewing people. And she was like, you know, how do you feel about it? And she asked this old guy, he's a Caucasian guy. He's like, she was like, would you vote for Obama? And he's like, hell no. And then she was like, why? He's like, because he's a nigger. And I was like, thank you, sir, because at least you're fucking honest about it. I like my racism overt. Like, I constantly deal with, like, covert racism. Like, I work with this one girl, and she's like, oh, here's my favorite black friend. Like, I'm her only black friend. Like, when she talks about her black friends, it's me. That's all there is. There's only one. And she does covert racist shit. And she doesn't even get it. Like, she'll be like, I'll walk into the office and she'll be like, hey, what up, girl? Hi, Mary Beth. How you doing? I'm doing good today. And then, like, she'll always say, like, I can't be racist. I dated a black guy. I can't be racist. I dated a black guy. I'm like, there was only one black dude in your school, and he played hockey and was a lifeguard. It's the craziness of it. I have a friend who always has me babysit for her. And I'm like one of the worst babysitters ever. Like, don't ever leave your kids with me. Because my primary goal is to get them to sleep as soon as fucking possible. Like, the sun could be shining, ice cream truck rolling by, other kids on a bicycle, I put them in their pajamas, they're eating dinner, I'm over in the corner with like Benadryl and apple juice, like, yeah, this is gonna be like a little Jim Jones and shit, just... Somebody got the Jim Jones reference, that's awesome. The Kool-Aid doesn't hide the flavor of Benadryl as well as the apple juice. If you ever need to know that, that's so good. Just in case you need to know. The other thing is, every once in a while, I'll happen to partake in herbage, aka smoke weed. And whoever whistled, meet me after the set, like. And one day I was talking to my friends, and they were like, hey, what if the world ended? And I was like, yeah, we were talking about all these different scenarios. And then my one friend, he was like, well, we are like predominantly water. And I immediately panicked. Because as intelligent, as smart as I am, I can't fucking swim, all right? And I was like, damn, I fell right into a stereotype, you know? And I thought about it, I was like, dude, like, there's a lot of black motherfuckers that just can't swim. Like, if the world ended and shit, like, you would find us, like, billions of years later, like, with our fossils in, like, the new Grand Canyon or some shit, and motherfuckers are on a tour, like, and these are the fossils of a black person. They died when the water came. They were fast land animals. They thought their asses would be good flotation devices. And their big penises would